witchcraft. Get into this video. I'm gonna cut my braids, guys. So we lived with a lady. She was our neighbor, right? And we were the only foreigners because we were South African. So mind you, okay, we just tie this nicely. There's all of this going down the drain. Anyways, so I was friends with this old lady's granddaughter, right? Okay, this is terrifying. This is a terrifying journey for me, but we move. Nah. So guys, so we lived with this lady, as I was saying, and get this lady, she was our neighbor. So she had a granddaughter, and I was friends with her granddaughter. So I won't say names, okay? It's very risky, but she had a thing whereby she would have her mornings where she would just wake up moody. So I didn't understand why. So she was always moody, like I was saying, and I always wondered why. So we literally stayed opposite sides, as in, if I would wake up in the morning and open the door, she would be like, our door faced their door. So which meant that every time I would see her, she would be sitting outside, obviously. So I had a thing where, you know, as a Zimbabwean, you greet elders, okay? You are told to greet elders. If they don't hear you the first time, you greet again. If they don't hear you the second time, you greet again. The third time, you greet again. So I had a thing whereby I would greet her, but she wouldn't say anything to me. Mind you, that time my mom was pregnant with my baby sister. So since I was friends with her granddaughter, obviously I had to go at the house and stuff like that. So she had two daughters. They were all old now. They were all adults. One of them was one of her daughters had a daughter which is my friend. Am I making sense? Okay. I don't know. But yes, so she was more like umakulu, she was very old. So Gengoko, one of her daughters, she used to like my mom. She liked my mom, but guys, look at my hair, gone. Anyways, one of her, she used to like my mom, but funny thing, she only started liking my mom when my mom was pregnant with my baby sister, which was a bit weird, but you never know. You know, people change from time to time. People have their issues, so my mom probably thought, nah, maybe there's something off. So that's when I started discovering that I could see visions, right? Other night, how do you do this? This other night, my mom had a vision. Sorry, she had a dream, but it's both vision, whether you're sleeping or awake, it's a vision. So she had a vision of this lady in our passageway, right? So, and then when she woke up, she told me, I had a vision of this lady. She says standing in the passage, and I started praying and stuff like that, and then she vanished. So during that time, my mom was pregnant. So you know how pregnancy gets now. So we'll work on that. We'll find a way to you know. So my mom used to sleep in the passage for some reason. You know how pregnant women get, right? We're like, it's very hot in here, or what, and then types of food they don't want to eat, types of food they consider smelly. So my mom would sleep in the passage. So that's the day she had the dream, and this is scary, guys. Anyways, for the love of the game. Okay, for the love of having your hair back. I miss my hair. Anyways, so that's when she had the dream. So she told me I had this dream, this lady. So that same day, same lady, she's sitting outside, that old lady. My mom greets her, she says nothing. So she used to greet back before I started seeing her. Right, this is where it gets twisted and weird. Now so like she greets her the same day. My mom has a vision of the lady and she doesn't say anything. So my mom, the day she greeted her, she didn't say anything. Mind you, she used to respond to my mom. So following day, I started having the same thing too. Was it following day or after a few weeks? I started seeing her in the same place my mom saw her. This time, so my mom always taught me that when you're having visions, don't wake up without defeating the demons, right? Whether it's a vision, whether it's a dream. Because what happens is that the demons will come back stronger, okay? Are you guys taking notes? So that's what I did. So in that vision, she was standing in the passageway. And as she was standing in the passageway, I started praying because she's just standing there and she looked so big, giant. So I started praying, and as I started praying, she started flaming off. You know when you burn a newspaper and then it starts flaming out? That's what was happening. She started flaming out. And as she was flaming out, it was like types of newspapers, you know, guys, I don't know how to explain this. It's types of newspapers flaming off her. And it was like, it's like, for me, my understanding of it, it was like there's something she did in the past. You know what a newspaper resembles stories and things that are happening around. It might be good or bad news, but for me, I thought it was bad news. Anyways, I told my mom the following day, can I greet that lady? Did she not just ignore me? And I greeted her 3 whole times. Funny thing is that same time, she prohibited her granddaughter to come and play with me. So I was called a witch. Guys, how can you call me a witch? If I'm seeing in my dreams. Oh, mind you, remember I said she had 2 daughters. So as she had 2 daughters, there was the one that never really liked my mom. So all of a sudden she started liking my mom. Right? This is the shortest. She started liking my mom. So she started liking my mom, and then my mom this day, remember my mom was pregnant. My mom this day, she washed her washing. She put in the washing line, and she had her favorite skirt, this brown skirt that had nice mandala patterns on. So she loved that skirt so much. She loved that skirt. So it was windy that day. So in the morning, it was sunny. And then my mom was like, she wants a skirt back. And I'm like, Ma, I do not know where your skirt is because you put it on the line, right? So we looked, we couldn't find the skirt. Then we gave up. Following day, we woke up a bit late. My mom was busy doing thorough cleaning. You know, pregnant women, they're always busy. My mom was that type that like cleaning a lot, cleanaholic. So, and then she started looking for. Then she took the washing that I had taken off the line yesterday that night to put it back on the washing line because it had moist. It was not really dry. So if you stayed, the house obviously gonna stink. So I took it out. So as she took out, she saw one of that old lady's daughters wrapping my mom's skirt on her head. There is what's this wraps, what do you call this, head wraps, whatever you call them, those scarf head wraps. But of all the things, she took my mom's skirt off the washing line and she put it on her head. For what reason? What kind of witchcraft or what kind of thing is that? So now my mom is like, Tino, did you see that? I'm like, what? She's like, the lady, she has my skirt on. Like, how you? She's like, I saw her. She has my skirt on. Like, you should go ask her. So, and then so, she went to go ask her. Right? She went to go ask her. And she's like, oh, I just saw it. I saw it. The wind blew this, and I just saw it, and I decided to put it on my head. Guys, can you tell me, does that make sense? You just see something that's blown away by the wind, you just take and wrap it around your head. What kind of lie is that one? Waiting to worry you, so it's fine. And my mom told me that, hey man, she gave me my skirt. I'm like, Mom, please wash it with salt. Warm water, wash it with salt. Because I had a very good relationship with my mom when it came to spiritual things. So, and I think my mom is the one that mentored me a lot when it came to these things of spirituality and praying. Because I started seeing things at a very young age. So, and the first person I told was my mom, because I was very close to my mom. And I used to tell my mom a lot of things. And since she was that person that she used to see visions, in fact, I became a bit open to her about a lot of things. So she's the one who mentored me a lot about spirituality and how things go. If I tell you that these things they call umgidi for South Africans or Xhosas, let me say, yeah guys. So that's what happened. But in all this, I've learned that you don't actually have to navigate a lot when it comes to spiritual life. I feel like it's always is going to be in front of you. You just got to open your spiritual eyes and see what's really Kwame. But they never spoke to us. Like I said, they never said anything. They never congratulated my mom with my baby sister. Because I remember before we left, my mom gave birth. They never congratulated my mom. Nothing. It was just moods over moods and moods and moods. And I was told she told her granddaughter to stay away from me, because I'm sure, I don't know what she was told, but she told me that my grandmother said she doesn't want to see me playing with you. You're not a good friend. How am I a bad friend if I'm casting your mom, your grandmother's spirits out of my family's house? So we were so hated. Funny thing, they never hated my dad, because my dad never had anything to do with anything. My dad never saw anything. My dad never realized anything weird about them. And I guess you're only gonna be hated by people that know what you know about them. It's always going to be like that anyways. So if you know a lot about people and the things they don't want you to know, you're gonna forever be hated. Yes guys, thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna go and so this is shocking for me. You know when you saw you guys, my hairline, iya muruka.